You know what time it is, right? It's time for you to get at me. It's where you send your mentions to my Twitter page at Stephen A. Smith, thinking you're going to get at me. But now you know I'm about to get back at you, so let's get it. First up, Belfon, get at me.
Hey, what's going on, Stephen A? Getting at you. Got one question for you. Do you think Steve Nash's inexperience at coaching the Nets will be the fall of that team in the playoffs?
I do not, because I think the Brooklyn Nets are winning the championship. The brothers are locked in. KD, Kyrie, James Harden. They're communicating with each other. They're playing selfless basketball, not selfish basketball. They understand that they win, it's on them. If they lose, it's all going to be on them. Ain't nobody going to be thinking about Steve Nash or Mike D'Antoni if this team doesn't win the chip. They're going to be thinking about those three. That's the reason they're locked in. They're incredibly focused. I think they sweep Boston. I think they march through the Eastern Conference Finals. And I think they wait for the sacrificial lamb that's going to go against them in the NBA Finals. That's how confident I am in the Brooklyn Nets right now. I appreciate that, by the way. And I appreciate that shirt you was wearing. WSSU, Winston-Salem State University. Way to go, brother. I know you did that because you wanted to get on camera. You knew that was going to help you. It worked. Way to go. Next one is from Therese. Let's hear it.
Stephen A. Smith, it's time for you to be real with me. It's time for you to be real with me. Check it out. Luka Doncic. Woo, woo. Listen here. If Luka takes out the Clippers and makes it to the Western Conference Finals, we might have to have a discussion. Luka might be top 5. Top 5, top 5, top 5.
Well, first of all,
holla at me.
First of all, man, you can't come at me like that because you said Mike, which means even you ain't sure, number one. Number two, we got LeBron, we got KD, we got James Harden. Now that he's back healthy, we got Steph Curry. We got cats like that. I don't know if I put Luka in the top 5. He's top 10. He might be squeaking into the top 5, especially if he beats Kawhi. We definitely put him ahead of Kawhi, but he's got to do that before he even warrants consideration on that top 5 level. But Luka is the truth. He is big time. He deserves all the praise and the credit in the world, but not definitively the way you handing it down. Brother's only 22 years old, if I remember correctly. He'll be all right. He got time. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Finally, Xavier, get at me.
What's going on, Stephen A? After seeing the Clippers drop Game 1 to the Mavericks, you think Kawhi Leonard might be looking for a change of scenery if they don't get it done? Maybe somewhere like a South Beach? Somewhere like a Miami? What you think?
You know something, man? I got a lot of thoughts on this subject. On Kawhi Leonard and those Los Angeles Clippers. This don't even require a response for you getting at me, with me getting back at you. This requires something more than that. I need to make this into a mic drop. Come with me. It's been 19 months since Kawhi Leonard dropped his commercial about taking over L.A., about it being his town. Driving through the city with a crown dangling from the rearview mirror of his convertible with those New Balance commercials. Then what happened? I'll tell you what happened. Lost in the second round of the playoffs after having a 3-1 lead on the Denver Nuggets. Lost in a Game 7 where they gave up 40 to Jamal Murray. Then saw the Los Angeles Lakers win the chip. LeBron win Finals MVP. LeBron making it clear whose town L.A. really is. And now after a whole year to stew on that, to maybe add some fuel to the fire, Kawhi and the Clippers went out and lost Game 1 of their first round series to Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. Lost in L.A., by the way, a city that still doesn't sound all that much like Kawhi's town. Kawhi Leonard signed a 3-year deal with the Los Angeles Clippers when he arrived. But he can opt out after this season if he wants. And if the Clippers fail again to do any damage in the postseason, especially if they lose in the first round this time, oh yeah, Kawhi might just decide it's not working out in the la-la. He might decide it's time to leave. Might cut a new commercial of him driving, this time with the city of Los Angeles in his rear view, heading to South Beach, calling it his town, following in LeBron's footsteps again, But we won't forget. We won't forget his time with the Clippers. There's still a lot of basketball to be played. I'm aware of that. Still time to change that narrative. But at the moment, it ain't looking good. And LA, sure as hell, isn't looking like Kawhi Leonard's town either. I'm just saying. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.